Okay, the devs do call it a sugar cube. Okay, cool.
Goodbye at the sugar cube.
Thought so.
Now, I'm going to be very interested to see whether this sugar cube can manage the path by itself. That one is going to be an interesting thing to watch. And whether they'll understand, like, these path markers could just be pure nodes for one route, or it could just be, this is a possible node that you can go to. If that's the case, there's going to be a lot of room for confusion between these two sugar cubes taking this route. Because the largest part of the route, they share. Really hoping that's not the case, but you never know.
At some point, we just find them crashed into each other.
Yep.
Like, perfectly aligned to just constantly push instead of anything useful. Did we not actually... We never actually got the research for steel smelting, did we?
No, I don't think we did, because I was really struggling to make the necessary components for it, because I was running out of places that I could put a space elevator.
I guess I'll go get working on that, because at this point I'm ready to start making steel properly. Let's see. I wonder if I can turn off factory animations, because that would actually be kind of nice.
Let me jump on you. Sugar cube, let me on. There we are. Sugar cube is away! I have no idea what's in the sugar cube this time. I could... Oh, I can open the workbench. Seems reasonably full of coal, sure. This is actually quite good. Yeah, I'm riding the sugar cube. Hooray! Sugar cubes will self-correct if they get stuck. That is awesome news.
Oh, that's good.
The little road cones I'm leaving behind, chat, is the autopilot route. You can actually turn that off if it's kind of annoying you to see it, but whee, little antenna flailing wildly. Ah, they did just crash. Ah, okay, they crashed pretty hard, and one of them got thrown off. So yeah, self-correcting.
The crystals on this slug can be harvested.
Yeah, about that, chat.
Into a power shard that
Is it stuck?
Technology.
It's trying to drive while on its side. It's what? I have no idea what's happening.
If infused, the derived blueprint
So yeah,
is now accessible in Hub Tier 1.
Okay, Tier 4 steel production.
okay. Apparently,
So we need rotors and modular frames.
okay, so based on that, what I can tell I need to do is to always... Oh, come back. Oh, damn it. To make sure that they have a route that is very distinct. So the way I configured the route the first time wasn't particularly distinct. Like, so there wasn't a side for driving back and side for driving toward the, you know, they didn't adhere to any left or right side of the road. I'll bear that in mind in future. I'm not going to redo both of their autopilots for now. Not until it becomes a huge problem. Blue Kiwi, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. I didn't really consider it or whether they would adhere to it. I mean, to be fair, I'm not sure if that would even correct the problem, simply because they don't seem to obey the acceleration that I had on the route. So as a direct result, sometimes they'll be moving much too fast as they try to take a corner. Oh, great. That's not good. Nope. Hardcore parkour. Ouch. Haha. But yeah, so they may well just swing wildly and smack each other anyway. In terms of the spacing of the markers, that's simply that the game drops a... it records the position that or rather a node, every X many ticks, or I think it's once a second. So the faster that you're driving, the further spaced the markers will be. And so that will affect the AI when it's trying to calculate. But the AI, is, from what I understand, it's not considering the route as a whole. It's considering where do I need to be for the next node. And so it will maintain its current acceleration if there's a lot of those nodes in succession, but it's not pre-planning, so it doesn't start slowing down when it should. It's more or less just blind to what's beyond the next point, from what people were saying in chat. But who really knows? This is an early access game. There's a lot of things to learn. But yeah, the next time I do this, I will pay attention to the left and the right side of the roads.
And worst comes to worst, we can always just pipe it in with coal.
Yeah.
If the AI is going to be... Or pipe it in with conveyors. There we go. If the AI is going to be funky.
Yeah. Goodbye, Sugarcube number 2. Oh, that's actually a really good point that someone just made. Since it doesn't have enough time to fill up the cargo area anyway, I could have just made it so that one Sugarcube visited both cargo stations.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a completely sensible suggestion. I'm an idiot. I hope you can forgive me. Okay, well, I'm just going to ride the conveyor up to our manufacturing area. Alright, so far, what are we working on next? Oh, we need to make steel production. Okay. That one actually shouldn't be too hard for us.
Slowly working on that, but I decided I'd take a bit of a detour and get the automation going. Let's see.
The Sugarcubes don't really roll if they go off a cliff. They seem to have extremely powerful gyros.
Yeah, they just drop.
A Sugarcube does not so much dive as it belly flops. Really well. But the impact will kill you if you're on it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Your ankles melt the moment that it happens.
Okay, I'm just riding up here to see what we've got being made. Coal and iron ore going in that way for steel production. Copper will go in this way for, well, copper stuff. Stone going this way to make concrete, I imagine. Yep, lots of concrete. I've got enough cable, I don't need more.
Do I still have enough space for all of this? Wow.
I'm going to take some of this stuff.
Okay. Yeah, so I've automated rotors and I've automated reinforced iron plates at this point. Though, I say automation with some level of, like, hesitance, if only because it's so slow.
Well, still, as long as we don't have to be the ones telling it to make all the stuff, then I'd say it's classic.
Yeah. We'll see. We might have to make some more modular frames. The main problem is modular frames require...
That's awesome.
Modular frames require a lot of resources.
Okay. Is that what you're going to be manufacturing
Let's
over
see.
here?
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm working on.
Reinforced iron. Reinforced iron. Nice. Oh, I love the ladders that aren't just superficial. So good.
Yeah, they're nice. You can actually like get around and stuff.
Oh, you haven't connected these ones up yet. I'll just connect them.
Oh, yep. Sorry,
Oh, no,
I'm just
don't
laying things
apologize.
out. Because the it kind of stacks up anyway. I don't know.
It'll stack up inside the assembly, yeah.
One thing I do miss is the inserters. I like the input ports on all of these, but sometimes I kind of wish I could move like an input and an output port.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sort of. Ugh.
I need to go to the plate storage. Need plates. Plates. I'll do.
Ugly. Oh, hey, we've got a sky whale just hanging out and
Wait.
making noises at us. There's like a weird sky whale fish thing that went by, and I was just hearing as it was flying by, and I was like, "Huh,
Translation.
forgot those things."
Get off
existed."
my lawn! Sky whale's very territorial. Yeah, I still don't see the graph, annoyingly. Oh well.
Okay, so I got a lot of this stuff coming at this point. I think we just need better belts. Maybe, probably. How much are you outputting? 19 per minute. Okay, a little bit more than better belts.
I would really like to wait
Sounds good to
for
me.
a Sugarcube to come along, but I'm starting to worry that maybe they have exploded.
They crashed again.
I will wait. I will wait and see if it arrives, and if so, we'll hop on and then go fix up the second coal area. I may then take the advice that I was given to just have it visit both mines. It was pretty sound advice, actually.
Yay,
Yeah, I'm
brothers.
Gonna wander. Gonna hopefully find that the Sugarcube is not dead. If so, much sad. I will laugh if they have crashed. And the crash sent both of them off a cliff or something. I'll laugh and then I'll cry.
You just see one like colliding with a lizard doggo, which is unmoving.
I can hear something that sounds like a space whale, but I cannot see it.
Yeah, they fly by occasionally. I think they're a lot more common out in the grasslands. Because I was watching them go by all the time. Here, not so much so.
No, they're definitely moving. I can see them moving on my map. So they're in motion, Just what they're doing, I don't know. Because I think they may be dancing. No, there's one. Coming this way. Are the two of them there? No. Bye.
Are they just being slow?
Yeah. They may have both just left at the same time. Yep, here's the second one.
Milestone
Oh,
reached.
yeah, that's
Production
maybe why
unlocked.
they're
Found
slow.
within
They
a
probably just got
boundary
bottlenecked.
fitted to ensure
I
efficiency
tried.
of
I
pipelines.
just
A
got killed.
collection of new, more complex parts is
No, I didn't. I just
by
got run
Sugar
over.
Cube?
I run over and flattened. I was trying to get on, but alas, no. Not happening.
So it actually kills you now as opposed to pooping you out the world.
No. It ran over me. Didn't kill me. It looked like I was dead because my character was like ragdoll physicsed. But
Oh, so you didn't actually get killed.
yeah, it just flattened me.
Wow.
Flattened me to the ground. This is GTA, yes, absolutely wasted. But no. In this case, not. Just drunk. Lying down.
Okay, so we're up to steel.
Oh, damn it. Seriously, no.
Are you just kind of overseeing the sugar cubes at this point?
I'm trying to kill chargers.
Oh. Oh, right, because you have to walk back.
Yeah. I find though. There is another sugar cube out here. That I might go and visit. But it's in a dangerous place. Because it went off.
That's probably one of the sugar cubes I exploded.
Quite possible, actually. It is a floating bacon mushroom. There's also lots of evil plants. I'm gonna try, nevertheless. Nope. Just taking damage just from existing here.
There we go.
Sugar cube, come on. Okay, fine. No, leave me alone, evil insect thing. You're glowy, I don't want to play with you. Go away. No, leave me
People in
alone.
my chat are wondering if we can boost sugar cubes with slug power cells.
That
I
would
don't
be
think
amazing.
so. But that would be really amusing. Just turbo cube.
I want to try.
Because yeah, there's currently no fast vehicles in the game.
Someone was saying something about trains in chat, but I'm not sure if they were just wishful thinking or saying that they actually exist.
I think there's confirmation that there will be trains, but I don't think there are trains right now. I mean, I could be wrong, but I haven't seen them on the list.
They go faster with gasoline, apparently.
Oh, right, fuel, of course.
Kill it. Sugar cube, kill it. There we go. Killed it. Whew. Okay.
I'll admit this game still does that old school Half-Life thing of ladder physics being kind of wonky. So when you get to the top, it like springs you backwards or something.
Yeah. But yeah, trains definitely confirmed for tier 7 tech.
I'd be down with trains instead of the sugar cube business. I wonder. We'll have to. Oh man, I wonder if we could do like. Maybe not train races. Oh. Let's see any- Need more coal. I wonder if you can like do train jousting or something like that. I don't know. I think once this game's done, I'll have to see if there's a creative mode so we can get a couple of people together as a like, hey, what is the least efficient things that we could do with our well, time, I guess. Or like, what are things that you would normally do in the game, but we can do now that we have this? I remember we were doing mass Factorio, and I don't think we actually crashed trains into each other, but by the end of it, it was definitely like getting to the point of like, these are things that you would normally never do in Factorio, but seeing as we have so many people and infinite resources, what can we do?
Really enjoy Factorio. Such a fun game.
Not exactly in the same vein. Have you ever played OpenTTD? Or
Yep.
no?
Yep, absolutely adore it. Used to run a little community server for my community.
Wired to a
Really?
Yeah,
That's neat.
that was really fun.
We used to play it a lot at my college. It was a twice a year activity, or maybe once a semester. I don't really remember. But effectively, people would get together and all pile into one room and play as much OpenTTD as possible over the course of a weekend.
Yeah.
And it was always interesting seeing what would happen with a bunch of maybe not drunk college students in one room for 48 hours straight. And some people were up for that like entire period to some degree, which was interesting.
Yeah, it was actually really, really cool. I'd reset the server like, I don't know, sometimes once a week, once every 2 weeks or something, because, you know, eventually the map would just get overfull. But it was always really, really fun.
Did anybody have any like interesting rivalries, or is it pretty polite?
Oh, it was generally polite. There were occasional, like, if sometimes people would drop down, like, they'd buy the land, and it's like, oh, come on, you basically completely bought this city, damn it. Most people would have a city that they considered their home city, and sometimes one or two, like 2 or 3 people would consider the same city their home city. And so there'd be a kind of little friendly competition to see who could build the city out the best and have the best rating with the council and things like that. But it was generally very polite. You know, there weren't any obvious griefing things going on, like people laying train tracks over roads or anything like that.
We did that.
There's lots of things you can do.
Yeah. So because of the time limit, usually the last like 8 hours just turned into pure like griefing PvP fest instead of anybody actually, you know, playing seriously. Yeah. So, you know, everybody has billions of dollars or some ridiculous amount because everybody had like industry down to a science.
Yeah.
And so we had one city that was named after the college we were in, and that was by far like the biggest city, and so everybody was kind of competing to like one person had like a huge transport network in there, and so everybody was competing to crash her business the fastest by doing roadwork stuff or putting train tracks. And eventually one guy, I don't know how he had done it, but he timed it in such a way that every time one of her buses would cross any of his train tracks, because, you know, the road would cross the train tracks, he was able to smash into the buses. And so,
and there's certain things you can do
eliminated
sometimes where, like, if someone's got an end of track and then their train reverses, if you could place a depot at the end of the track, and the train would just go straight into the depot. Or
I've never tried that one.
Yeah, what you could do is you could buy a really cheap little train and tell it to leave the depot and then tell it to brake. and it would just be peeking out of the depot enough that as the train approached the end of the line, it would crash into it. So you'd lose a tiny amount, but they'd lose all of the passengers on their massive passenger transport, and so their reputation would just go into the ground. But yeah, we didn't tend to see much of that happening on the Dappling server. You know, occasionally there'd be roadworks, but it was usually good-natured, teasing rather than focused attempts to crash a company. It was like, damn it, you got the airport that I wanted. Fine, roadworks in your city.
The other one we had was where half the group organized. It's covertly. I'm not even sure how they did it. This is like the first time I'd ever played. But effectively, everybody was working together to flood as much of the map as possible, and then the other half was trying as hard as possible to keep it from flooding because that's where their industry was.
Oh, right, yeah.
And so, by the end of it, it was Waterworld with like 3 untouched cities because people were just buying land left and right, and everybody else was trying to sink it as fast as possible.
That's fantastic.
It was beautiful. Let's see. So I have 3 alternative blueprints that we can get.
Okay.
Reinforced iron plates for 10 iron plates and 24 screws. I'm actually not sure what the regular blueprint for that is. Another one interesting one is you can make iron ingots with 1 iron and 1 copper. And then the last one is just screws for 2 iron ingots. I'm thinking screw just because the other ones seem kind of odd.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. Unfortunately, my
hard drive has been salvaged and can be repurposed to unlock
My sugar
an
cube just
alternate
ran off.
recipe. Salvaging more hard drives will provide additional alternate recipes.
I do love the fact that you can see the space elevator from practically anywhere on the map. That feels so fitting. Oh, I like that the swimming animation does change depending on the way you're swimming. Direction and the like.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you're swimming sideways.
If you're going like sideways,
yeah.
you actually do a side stroke?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
For those asking, this is not a continuation of the stream game, but only because that save seemed to become unstable due to it having moved from alpha into early access. But for all intents and purposes, this is a continuation from that tech level.
Yeah. We would have stuck it out. We stuck it out longer than we probably should have, considering how many times we were getting crashes. And it wasn't like the same thing over and over again. It was just like, you turned left, crash. What?
Yep. Bacon shroom.
Oh, hey. Let's see. I didn't realize it, but the just really basic research, the investigation ones from the MAM actually don't require you to launch the shuttle.
Oh, no.
That's a nice little time saver.
Oh, I found a
Crash ship?
crash ship, yeah.
If you walk up to there should be like a pod or something you can interact with. It might require some resources. It might require power. See what it needs, because if you can pop that open, they almost always have a hard drive in them.
It's an evil-looking plant up there. I don't trust it. Uh-oh, there is a boss. Fire spitter.
Also, when you have the time, you should come back and fix your sugar cubes.
Oh, they're dead.
I don't... What? What?
That reaction, though. That reaction.
How did this happen? So, I was staring at it, and it was just backing up into a conveyor belt line. I was really confused. And then I looked at it more. No, one of your sugar cubes has managed to it is mounting the copper line, and I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we end up with some mini sugar cube, some copper cubes by the end of this. I mean, it is going back and forth on that line. Like it's on a mission, which it probably is. It's trying to get off, but that's not the phrase I meant. But I guess it is.
Yeah, I was about to say. Actually, I think it is the phrase you meant based on what you've said. Fairly certain that's exactly what you meant.
How did this happen? I can't
Love
even do
finds
this.
a way, Wanda.
Apparently so.
Hello, Sugar Cube.
I was just trying to do research stuff, and I just hear vroom, vroom, vroom. I'm like, what is going on out there? Like, I get that Aavak's pretty proud of his like sugar cube route, but like, it's kind of annoying to listen to compared to just the quiet, you know, just movement of a conveyor belt. And the answer is, wait, how did it get over here? What is it? What?
Love finds a way. That's
That's
all I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Just
Wanda,
look
I've
at
already done. My chat is filling up with puns now about how the sugar cube is trying to get its rocks off and stuff. No! No, it's not trying to get the copper rocks off the line. You lie. Lies. It's not what it's doing. Really romantic. Wow.
I mean,
that sugar cube just got clipped on the way. This is the no sugar cube. That's a cliff. No, don't. Okay, okay. Sugar cube recovered. Well done, sugar cube.
I give it about 3 runs before it goes off that cliff, because I mean, if this managed to do what it's currently doing,
Yeah, honestly, I think this route could be happily run by 1 sugar cube. I drastically underestimated how
currently
much
it
it
is.
would
The
do.
other one is happily running the copper line
Oh no,
instead.
there are 3 of them now. There are 3. One of them is visiting both mines, and the other 2 are visiting 1 mine each.
Well, not one of them.
Oh no. Apparently it's
has
polishing its
plans.
undercarriage, in air quotes. Like, no, please, no. What have you done, Wanda? Why?
Polishing its drive shaft.
Oh, that's even worse. It's even worse. So bad. I have little doubt that the AI works much better with a road made of foundations, but if I had to run a foundation... Oh no, ouch!
Wait.
I just got knocked off my sugar cube by another sugar cube that... Oh my lord. The 2 sugar cubes collided, okay? And the sugar cube that I was riding stuck firmly to the ground. The other sugar cube bounced off a nearby cliff, and then smacked me in the head and knocked me off my sugar cube.
How?
I don't know.
That sounds shockingly accurate. Are you sure they're not like rebelling at this point?
I mean, you know.
Okay, did
Apparently-
you find the sugar cube in question, or did
No,
you free it already?
it freed itself.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Because it looked like
That's the one that bounced off the wall.
irredeemably stuck. What?
Yep.
Wow, I guess you came at the right time. Mm-hmm. Or it did.
Oh my god, really? Really, Wanda? Oh my god.
All right, I'll stop.
You're as bad as my Snapchat right now.
Look, I don't get opportunities to make weird, bad, raunchy puns. So, sometimes I just gotta take what I can get.
Well, I mean, I suppose it's not so bad then.
Okay, so I should have enough to get the coal production up.
Oh, here come the clips. Well done, chat. Someone managed to catch me getting wasted by a
Biffed in the head.
yeah, by a sugar cube rebounding off a cliff. That was pretty good.
I was wondering, I saw like something in the sky moving really quickly, and I was like, that looks weird. And then, yeah, you almost immediately start complaining about getting bonked in the head. And I'm like, oh, wow, yeah, I really did see it.
Oh, no. No, really? Now I'm getting included in this. Aavak had a 3-way, apparently. No! I refuse! There will not be copper Aavak cubes anyway. My lord. Control yourselves. But yeah, okay, so coal is now properly set up. How and what are we working on right now?
I'm working on steel. You want to take a look at...
Yep, I'm slowly riding
I would
the
actually...
elevator. Well, the escalator.
So the answer is we're kind of free to do whatever we want for a little while. The less fun thing is we're going to have to chuck stuff into that space elevator if we actually want to make progress.
Okay.
Which is...
And what's currently set to go into the space elevator?
Nothing, but we're going to need 100... Is it 100? I think it's 150 motors and 500 of those structural cube things, which we're technically making the cubes.
Slowly, though.
But that's going to take a while. Yeah.
You want splitters, don't you? I'm saying we should bring this coal line back a bit. So that they don't... Because one is going to have to go over the other, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm going to need a splitter for both iron and coal.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm trying to line it up.
The problem is you're going to need to stagger them back a bit. Otherwise they'll collide because they're going to have to climb up over each other effectively.
Sort of. You can actually have the belts intersect.
Oh, can you? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, you can have the belts. The belts can collide, no problem.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that should be good.
I'll watch as you set this up.
I was experimenting a little bit. The problem is getting it lined up with the ports, because the... Is that right? I think it is. Oh, can't afford. Okay. Well, either way, that's what it's kind of supposed to look like. Oh, you know what you could do, though? It'd actually be kind of fun.
What?
You want to set up a good spot for a bounce pad?
Like a jump pad, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
excuse me.
pick a good spot so we can get up and down safely. Fortunately, I think I'm going to break my ankles every time I go down.
Okay, we haven't unlocked them
so we
yet,
might need a jelly thing as well.
I'll go and start looking into the research for it.
See. Oh, do we not have it unlocked?
No.
Well, I doubt that's going to take very long.
I'm honestly so pleased
On
with
the
the belt
plus side.
spaghetti at the bottom of this ramp. So pleased. I think we've done good work with the belt spaghetti down here. Up top, it's looking a little bit too efficient, but you know.
Look, the moment you put either of us on a grid is the moment everything gets organized.
I know, right? So I'm like, no, resist. Delivery will unlock tiers 5 and 6. Okay, so that's 150 motors. That is not happening anytime soon. We've already got the 150 cube things. Sorry, the 500. Yeah, we've got
things.
500 of 500.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm. Jump pads. Here we go. Okay, so donk. I've got to go and get the steel rods. Yeah, we got all 500 of them.
I'm shocked. They usually take forever to make. Like yesterday, I straight up put it on times 10 speed, went out, made dinner, and then came back, and then it was done. All right.
Have we
I stand
got
corrected.
motors being made?
No, we do not.
Then that's going to take a while. That's 150 or whatever is involved in making those.
Motors are just rotors and copper wire, actually.
Can I let you see that?
Oh yeah,
Okay, well,
we'd
that's
be
not
late
too
for you
bad
guys.
then. Let's go and have a look. Right, I need rods first to make the jump heads. Where are they being stored? Here we are.